VinFast VF8 chạy thử ở Hoa Kỳ, người Mỹ đánh giá ra sao? VinFast đã bắt đầu tổ chức lái thử VF8 cho người tiêu dùng Mỹ cũng như thu hút sự quan tâm của các chuyên gia đánh giá xe. Tại sự kiện triển lãm công nghệ Las Vegas, CES, diễn ra vào đầu tháng 1 năm 2023, người dân Mỹ đã có dịp được trải nghiệm lái thử trên đường phố dòng xe VF8 mới chào sân thị trường Bắc Mỹ, tới từ hãng xe VinFast của Việt Nam. Hôm nay VietTV xin mời các bạn cùng VietTV và những khách hàng người Mỹ đầu tiên trải nghiệm và khám phá VinFast VF8 trên đất Mỹ nhé!
Just don't drive crazy, okay? Just drive nicely. Don't
Is
drive crazy.
CarPlay work?
It does, yeah. You have to connect it, yes.
Oh, that's a big screen, huh?
Yeah, it's a 15.8-inch screen. So it is bigger than Tesla's. Tesla's about 15.1 compared to this where it's 15.8.
You want to mount CarPlay on here?
I don't
So
want
map,
to.
no? Okay, what do I need to do? Is it possible to try adaptive cruise control?
You can try, yeah. It's going to be a little bit tough to set it up on the freeway because you have to set up through basically.
You turn that on and then
this gets sets through here. Then you set your speed and then you set your gap. You see it?
But that's that. You
Oh,
don't
you're
want
right
to
here,
distract by that.
Right.
it's
Yeah.
easy, just like my Murano.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and put it in the drive.
Okay.
And then,
Okay, let me adjust the mirror.
You have a brown interior, huh?
yeah, there's multiple interiors. There's like, for example, the black one's got blue interior. The red one right here has got obviously brown interior.
Yeah.
The white one's got black interior. And then whenever you
The silver? What's about silver?
silver, it's also black, but it depends. I mean, you can pretty much pick and choose whatever color you want. When you do order it, you can say you want a red car with blue interior or vice versa. So
Is there a map on this? The map function not on right now.
no, none of the vehicles here have the map function.
Can I go now?
Yeah, you can go now. Yes.
So do they have like the gray interior?
They do have a gray interior. Yes, they do. And so I think overall there's about 40 different combinations you can add.
Oh, wow.
Depending on options, needs, and wants, right? So it just depends whenever you decide to talk to whoever's over on the other side over there of what you want or how you want to build it out. So that you can get it to where you don't have heads-up display system versus where it does. You can get it to where you have a black interior with brown seats or black seats or whatever it is.
Yeah. I saw when you turn the signal, it showed you the.
So you would have it like that to where.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you signal, you can see it.
Yes. And then sometimes it gets disabled. Since we have the limiters on, it gets disabled for the mirrors and stuff like that. So they make you rely on them.
When you sit here, you can see the display in the front.
The display?
Yes.
You can't see from there, but you can see on the screen.
So on the windshield itself, it's a heads-up display system.
It shows from the bottom up to the glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it shows you your speed, if your navigation's on, your lane of traffic, your
Different display you can put up there.
Yeah, you can put different displays up there. You can
So you don't have to look down. It's right in front of your eyes.
Oh, it's kind of like a kind of mirror.
It's like a mirror, like imagine like an airplane.
And this is the camera. It will signal you if
I
you fall
see.
asleep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or you can adjust the mirror by looking at your eye, and you can adjust the mirror.
Yes.
Like depend on your side, your body side. It can.
Okay. Oh, be careful. You have to wait for that bus.
And we'll take it down to 7th Street. So we have a couple lights to get onto the freeway.
It's similar to yesterday, right?
Yep, similar to yesterday.
So how
You
was
have a lot of sales already?
I don't know. I don't work on the sales side of things. I know they've had a successful day yesterday. That I do know. I work on the automotive testing side and manufacturing side. So if I couldn't even sell you this car if I wanted to. So.
How many cars arrived in the United States?
So they shipped over, I think I want to say like 6,000 cars to start with.
Okay.
And then obviously it depends on sales and supply and demand as things happen. The plant in North Carolina will be done in the summer from what I was told. And that's when operations will change and inventory will start to reflect and fluctuate a little bit. They're also building the bigger model. This is the VF8. There's a VF9 coming out. And that should be also available in the summer, end of the summer at least too. Again, it's all subject to change depending on supply and demand and parts and everything.
Oh, I see.
And so they can promise you it can be 3 months, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later it's like, hey, your car's ready to go, or you can go the opposite way. It just depends. It depends on the timing of it all. I know like springtime and summertime is very popular for the car industry, so it might be more difficult to get a car. Sometimes it's easier. It just depends on the timing. That's all.
Yeah. Just don't drive like crazy, please. Yeah, we don't need to test drive in the way like a race car. Let's drive slow. So.
it warns you if you go over speed limit, huh? Like it give you that beep beep. But if you don't want it, you can turn it off. It shows you a speed limit at 40 over around here. When you go over how many miles, it beep, and it flashing the speed limit sign. It reading the sign along the road. And I think GPS.
Yeah, so well, when the GPS is in, it's more active, but it does memorize parts of the road. It does read the sign as well too, and that's the nice part about it. I mean, the cameras do sense it from a distance away.
Where's the battery located?
Bottom.
The bottom. There's the main regular battery. There's a regular 12-volt battery that's in the front of the vehicle. So if you do need a jump start, for example, or whatever it is, or if you're parking long term and you need to put it on a charger, trickle charger, you put it in the battery up front. Now the main energy, where the power comes from to move the car, is in the middle, like on the floor.
In the base,
yeah.
The bottom.
On the front, middle?
No, right, like the whole middle of the
From
car.
here to the back,
Yeah,
all the way, yeah, all the way.
That way it keeps the car as low in level as possible.
It's really flat, and it took the whole floor of the car in the middle.
In the floor.
Yeah, from here to where you're sitting.
It's not on the seat, right? It's not on the seat, right?
Yeah, it's underneath the seat.
It's underneath this seat?
Yeah.
So underneath the seat, my seat, and the front of the car and the back.
That's pretty much like any almost all electric car.
Yeah, because the batteries are really heavy.
Yeah.
They weigh about 1,000 pounds or so.
Yeah.
So the mistake people used to make before, they used to put them in the trunk and in the front, and the weight would be very difficult. So the lower they are, the easier it is to build the car around it, and it makes it more easier to maneuver the car around and drive it.
Do they get the similar battery that the Tesla does?
Yeah, so they all have like lithium-ion batteries. That way it's longer lasting and it charges easier. The hard part about it, you can make it right here. Let's meet you on the freeway.
Is that a freeway?
Yeah. And then, so it helps you out with that in the long term of things. And then, with it said, it helps out with the environment at the same time too.
Yeah, you don't need to drive fast, alright? You hear me every time you drive.
And you can take it down a couple of distance. It depends on your personal preference. Let's say, for example, if you want to buy like a VF9, I suggest leasing a VFA because it's going to be a while, and then you know it's because the setup is exactly the same, right? So after a while, if you don't like it, you can return it and have no issues with that. And you got to stay within the speed limit, please.
Stay down.
Within the speed limit, please.
I know. What are you doing? That's why I don't like to drive with you. Because you cannot speed. Come on, can you go down the speed? Yeah, thank you.
And then with that said, yeah, you can lease it. It might be easier to lease because that way there's no obligations to it. If you want to fully purchase it, then that's awesome.
If you don't want to commit to the long term.
Yeah, long term. So some people like it, some people don't. And, you know, that's up to the personal person to decide.
Yeah.
So some people.
And the cheaper the lease.
Yeah, the option now, the lease, it's $399 for 36 months compared to what it used to be.
But I have a better deal because I'm an early reservation.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I have like even $100 less per month.
So it is all based on that. But again, it's all based upon what the service stations and what the dealerships do. We just
don't drive too fast. So, okay. Sound good.
Okay, let's exit and turn around, man.
Yeah, but you don't drive too fast, please. Yeah.
should be end of the summer. And then again,
it's a big, really big one.
Yeah, it's a 7-seater.
Oh, 7 seat.
But it costs way too much.
So
you can also lease that one too, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the big difference is it's called the city version. So anything that's a city version will be a leased version. Anything that's just non-city version is a vehicle that you can purchase.
Okay. So even you decide to lease, you can pick the color you like?
Exactly.
You can pick anything.
Yeah. So you can still customize it to what you want, because you can still lease to own if you change your mind afterwards.
I see.
And so there's options for that.
Okay. You can buy at the end of the lease term.
Yes.
Or you walk away and get a different one.
Exactly. So that's the flexibility of the lease.
Yeah.
I see.
With electric cars, the technology changing so much. A lot of people, they don't want to commit to like 5 or 6 years.
Exactly.
You know, they want to have it. You know, learn about it.
So if you lease it, the vehicle will be sent to your house within a certain time?
Yeah, so and they'll let you know within a time frame. Usually when it's leased too, they usually have the vehicles already ready to go for you. And then you just go and pick it up, or you get it delivered, whatever your preference is.
Yeah, the other guy told me they can deliver in about a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I personally would go to the hub and pick it up, because that way they can teach you everything that you need to know, whether it's different interfaces, customizations for his driving, and then customization for your driving. And so that way they can set it up so you don't have to touch it anymore.
Yeah.
You have a user profile.
Yeah,
just like the other cars.
No, he'll be the one that drives.
There you go.
Even grandma can have a profile on here.
Yeah, exactly.
So when she try to drive, it will go like no more than 5 miles per hour.
Valet mode, is that what you
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So it's just based upon that. I mean, that's all it really comes down to.
Yeah.
It's the flexibility of customizing to what you want and what you need, and going
Slow
forward
down
from there.
there. Slow down.
You're going south. Is it like that?
Yes.
You're driving over the limit.
Yeah, it's always they will always beep when you go to over the limit,
Yeah.
unless you turn it off.
It's him and car.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how it always works, right?
I usually scared to drive with him. Oh, what's happening?
That's just a little bit debris. It's okay.
Yeah, the bad road. What a bad road.
Yeah, I race professionally full time for a living, so this is nothing new for me.
Oh, wow.
So.
Oh, I don't like it.
Yeah, yesterday I did 104 miles per hour on this car.
What are you doing that for?
And he let me do it.
No, that's
No, you did it on your own. I didn't let you
Yeah,
do it.
he didn't let you.
Don't put words in it.
That's crazy.
And then you're gonna take what is this?
Oh, King Road right here?
Yeah.
You cannot drive that. That's not normal.
So my suggestion though, like I said, definitely talk to the hub, and then you can figure out when or if you guys want to work that way out through it, and then you'll be in the middle lane. Yeah. And then, you know, if you want to wait for when the plant is done in North Carolina, maybe it might be cheaper that way too, because you don't have to worry about import fees or taxes fees or
What?
shipping
This
fees.
one you have to pay for that?
Because it is made in Vietnam,
Oh,
and so
what
again,
kind of fee?
because you have to pay import tax fee. Now,
And how much is that?
it shouldn't be a lot, so they might be able to work the price difference on the actual MSRP price. So again, that's up to what the hub.
Yeah, that they'll figure it out, and then you have the option to take it or not.
Yeah, and so that is their design, not ours, obviously.
Okay. Do you have the interior design? I mean, the interior color gray at the place where you test drive?
Yes, there should be. Even inside, if you guys walk around inside, I think there's a vehicle with gray interior.
With gray? Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, what we get here is just whatever they send us.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have, 3 blue cars, and we got 3 orange cars.
Oh, orange.
So everything is kind of subject to its own its own little interpretation.
That's true.
So we don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you have a sample of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
Kind of relate.
if you go inside, they'll be able to kind of pinpoint you to like the right direction.
Okay.
And they all have their iPads so where they can show you up close and personal. You can make a right your own story.
You are Terry, right?
Sorry?
Your name is Terry.
My name is Rudy.
Oh, Rudy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Rudy, you live in Vegas.
Yes, correct.
Your wife and kid there, right?
Yes, correct.
You're only here for a weekend to work for Vinfast.
Yeah, I go home tomorrow. So.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Have
And
a safe trip home.
he originally from Vallejo.
I'm originally from Vallejo.
Oh, Vallejo.
Yeah.
It's not far from here.
You like Las Vegas?
My family loves Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
It's not bad. It's mostly for the cost of living,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
And the school system is actually okay.
Yeah, okay.
And the cost of living
You probably
went
got
up.
the house when it was lower.
Yeah, I bought it when it was cheap. I mean,
Yeah.
You made it.
Now it's great.
Yeah,
Now
I got
it's
lucky.
go up, yeah.
And so when we decided to move over there, it was a hard decision, right? You go
Yeah.
live in Vallejo where everything was nice and everything is
Yeah.
standard. And then
Yeah.
Vegas is still very new because there's a lot of development
Yeah.
still. So it's forever changing.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's always growing out. So,
Uh-huh.
where we live now, we used to live on the outskirts. Now we live in the middle of the city all of a sudden.
Oh, we're not driving a region.
It's on low. So we put it on low. It's
As
on high.
long as you have a good job there.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's
will be
exciting.
fine, yeah.
For us though, we're kind of in between. Like we like going camping and we like going to the beach. So it kind of gives us everything in between and everything.
Oh, they have a beach over there?
No, but for us to get to the beach to LA, it's only a 30-minute flight.
Oh, that's right.
And
Airplane?
Yeah, and then because I can fly, so I fly plane.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not a very big plane, but I can fly a small plane.
Do you let me fly?
Don't give him that.
You let me
idea.
try to fly
You can try-
airplane?
You can try to fly an airplane.
No.
I'll keep it below like 500 miles per hour.
My plane can't even go 500 miles an hour.
Huh?
I can only do about 230.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't give him planes, boats,
No,
everything in that
the sky
range.
is the limit. There's no need to worry.
There's no
about that.
traffic.
I almost jumped off the boat when he drove it.
You're on a lake. The lake is the limit. There's nobody around.
Yeah. Yeah. In the sky, there's no traffic. So that's the reason why we fly everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, my dad was a pilot when I grew up, so
Oh.
it's part of the family tradition.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my dad flew fighter jets for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my brother flies jets now.
You
too.
are flying the professional commercial airplane?
I fly a private plane.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And so
Propeller.
yeah, propeller. I do fly 2 engines, like jet engine. My brother and my dad, they fly fighter jets. So they fly for the military.
Like
okay.
800 mile an hour.
Yeah. And so they fly. I just fly the easy stuff. I do it for fun. They do it for profession.
Yeah.
So.
That's right.
And then my
Do you
mom.
have to rent the plane to
No,
fly?
well, my plane I own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you rich guy.
No,
So why are you working for VinFast?
because I race cars for a living.
Oh.
Oh, you race car
wow.
for a living?
Yeah, so I race for Porsche. That's my profession.
So tell me that what you.
VinFast better pay you lots of money.
Okay.
VinFast is
I
fun
want-
to work for. So.
I want an honest answer from you. What do you think about the VinFast VFA?
I like it. When it first came out, I'm gonna be honest, I was skeptical because it's hard, right? It's a new company, new technology, and usually the expectations for things is not very high because there's a lot of glitches.
Yeah.
Now the only small issues we have here and there is just software stuff,
Software.
but that's all that can be easily solved by one appointment.
Any problem with battery?
Over the air.
Yeah, no, not really. The battery is pretty solid. Long-term testing, degradation.
And they warranty 10 years.
Yes. And so it's a strong warranty, it's a strong battery. Watching it charge and watching it, I mean, even it's cold like this and it's still, we've been running it all day and we're at 46%, so that's pretty good. That's definitely a very positive.
And VinFast is making their own batteries too.
Yes.
So they're gonna handle internal.
They making it?
Yeah.
They have factory in Vietnam, one right now, and they're gonna build one in North Carolina.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so it's a good positive. The more you can keep in house without outsourcing, the better off it is.
Because so that way they can control the
cost.
supply and demand.
Yeah, the fine with the
and
cost.
prices, keep it low.
And so that's the nice part about it. And you know, it's positive as a company as it grows, because you can see the fact that they invest back into the company versus where they just take profit, right?
So what do you think about people saying that don't buy VinFast, they're gonna disappear? You're gonna be on your own.
In the beginning, that was fair to say, but the fact now they have factories and they have warehouses being developed, that's hard to argue, because once you build a factory, it's kind of a big commitment, because you're promising jobs to a million, hundreds of thousands of Americans. The fact that you're making a plant in the U.S. is making a name stay, so that means they're not going to go anywhere for a while. Compared to, let's say, like Rivian, where they don't have a factory, they built it out somewhere else, and it's just imported in.
Okay, you go ahead and feel everything around you and see what it.
This is your car, not mine. I don't care.
It's a red one.
Yeah, that's the one we were in yesterday.
Oh yeah. Today we got a green one.
We have the ocean coral colors, I should say.
They call it deep ocean.
Deep ocean, that's right.
Okay. Don't hit me, please. I know you don't like VinFast, but don't hit me.
No, I didn't even say that. You're fine. That people only they care about the car. I mean, they just want to see the good price,
Right.
good products. You know, it shouldn't be politically.
It's tough, right? I mean, that's the hard part. Like, it's...
Because they are new, so when you're new, people don't believe you.
Yeah, well, they can't trust you.
And then they say, you're from Vietnam, you're from a jungle.
Do you
How
have to
can
go?
make,
You have to turn?
vehicle?
You have to turn?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
oh my God, are you kidding me?
Hey, let me move this real fast for you.
I hit by lock it so people don't get in.
Wait. Well, this is there. Let's go behind the silver one.
We are back. We made it.
So thank you guys very much for coming out. It was nice to meet you.